it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
No, it isn't. We all said that already. We said that United doesn't. They're not prepared to win or challenge for a title. There's no way that we can challenge with what we have right now.
You should change club.
That's what he's getting at. He wants you to support Arsenal. That's all.
They don't
Listen,
need to change
why
club.
don't Ray,
They're
you
the
take
only
out the
club.
violin and DIMZ, you take out a banjo and put a song together for us.
We will. We will.
DIMZ,
Right, we
we
actually need to start rehearsing that for the next show.
DIMZ, they don't have to change clubs. They're the only club with the natural wonder in their stadium, my man.
Yes, everyone. Welcome to the Red Divide. We back. Another episode. And as you can see, I got some special guests with me today. As always, my cousin Ray's joining me. However, look at that man with the hat. Look at that. Mr. Richards, my fellow United supporter. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the channel. And then, of course, again, DIMZ, the Arsenal man. Everybody, shame. He's going through a tough time. They're about to finish second in the league. Wish him well. Welcome back, DIMZ.
I feel so welcome.
Welcome back,
You are
DIMZ.
welcome. Gee, welcome, Garrick. Welcome, brother.
And welcome, Garrick.
Thanks,
my
Ray.
I found that
man.
Mark
See
got
you
the
again.
backup on the
As
show.
always, good to see you, Ray.
And you, DIMZ.
I just got to keep you guys in order here, man. Keep you guys in line,
Well, welcome to the show.
Welcome,
It's been a long
welcome.
time since Mark had any backup. So, yeah, welcome. Looking forward to having you.
we even the numbers here, Yeah, so DIMZ, you must be happy with the result at Old Trafford.
Second prediction right. If you remember last year when you came over, I said 3-1. 3-1 it was. This time I was got a bit excited, but still got the right results. Won the game there, but I think we could have gone harder. I think he was just being a bit protective, could have bent you boys a little bit more, but I thought, let's just play it cool, make it exciting till the end, give them some false hopes. And look, what a beautiful day, hey? England just got a brand new attraction, natural wonder in the UK.
Instead of the God of Honor, you got a waterfall. Hey, sorry, man.
Listen.
At least you could hide your tears, right?
There's still one more game. But we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah. So DIMZ, you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
There's a chance Everton give him a hiding. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
As the only time
Don't
Rufus
lock them in
houses.
for
Sorry, Ray.
You can't knock the man for believing.
Yeah,
One more
so,
game to go. Anything
You know what I find funny? I would never, ever be backing Spurs to win the league over any other team. Once your biggest rivals in Manchester, you want them to win it again.
But they got no fan base. Having them win, it's like cockroaches running around.
You guys are compensating.
Listen, listen.
We have like it's not a local derby, but it's been that classic rivalry we've always had. Arsenal United, but the fact that you guys want your local rivals to win it over Arsenal, wow.
We don't want them to win it. We just prefer that if I choose out of the three, we'll take. I guess we have to choose one. It's going to be us. It's going to be us. So we have to choose one.
Isn't it the pot calling the kettle black? Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
You can't want Spurs to win and then expect us not to want City to win so that you don't win.
Who wants Spurs to win?
You also
wanted
just
to-
saying now that you're supporting Spurs.
What, yesterday?
How many things did you post in the group saying all your Arsenal people want Spurs to win?
Yeah, but that's not
I
winning the
counted on my
league. That's
hand.
winning. That's winning a game to put us in a better position. You know what? And I thought United were low. That fucking club, that's proper scum, eh? Their fans jumping up and down, doing backflips in
Doing
the
the
stadium
Boslin. Doing the
with them
Boslin.
losing. Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah,
all right.
no.
Listen,
So,
there's going to be one more video next week.
all right. So let's
If you
ask the
want to.
man. Well, let's get a word in from the man who's supposed to be unbiased here because he's got no dog in the fight anymore. Ray, what you think, man? Who did you want to win the game?
Look, honestly, I didn't really care who won the game because it's not us. We're not winning anything anymore this season. So
Hey, man's given up
But-
hope.
I do.
Pinocchios.
I'm a realist. We fought a hard fight, and unfortunately, we didn't run the full race. Arsenal, I do like the football they're playing, but man, the supporters, DIMZ, no dig at you,
The
but
fans.
they're delusional. They think they've won things that they haven't, and it's not only at you, DIMZ. It's I think maybe it's the hype of not being contenders for so many years, and then being in the running, and then obviously being so excited and talking too much. But then again, City, City have been winning forever. You need someone else to win for a change. So I'm torn, to be honest.
I think this just shows different levels here. If you're in the title race, how are you managing your expectations? What? To be whinging and demotivated and, it's not our year. I want my team to lose. Or you're going to be excited and hope that you're actually going to get a result and you may stand a chance. We know we're up against the big boys, but you want to be excited. You want to go for it. But what? I want to know, what do you guys expect? The title, it's come down to the wire. We know they're ahead of us. But what's your guys' expectations?
Well, from
We delusional. We delusional, or the new saying, we delulu.
No, from an unbiased. Okay, from an unbiased perspective.
So what's the expectation? What, that we just sit there and watch? Okay, hopefully we win it. No, we don't. No, man, we're going to be excited. We're going to, we're still winning it. I'm telling you, we're winning it. You're going to be a video next week.
No, man, from an unbiased perspective, you gotta say it's going to be an exciting into the season. City and Arsenal, they both have to win their games, and it's going to come down to points at the end of the day. Not points, but goal difference or whatever it was. That I don't know if City wins, they win, right? If they draw and Arsenal win, then what does it come down to?
If City wins, it's game over.
Okay, so it's still going to be a thrilling finish to the season. From a stats perspective, City doing it 4 times in a row for Pep and the boys, it's going to be cool for De Bruyne and some of the guys that's been there with him for a long time. I feel like, there's a lot of charges on the line. They probably pushed it off so that they can finish the season without any interruptions. And if they win it, they get that 4 in a row. They probably the only team to do that. I think that's what they were saying. So from a sports perspective, that's a great achievement for Pep and some of the boys that's been there a while. Outside of that, they don't have a fan base to make us feel like it's that
Premier
big of a
League
deal.
would just make sharp and deduct 2 points by Friday.
Yeah, but if they win, it's not. No one's going to be loud about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys might know some City fans, but I don't know many City fans. So, and even in social media, there's no real
What are you
presence.
talking about? We got 2 on the show. Yay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't have the meme here, but you can have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And because we're not in the race, I feel like having the title race come to this where they beat, and I personally just wanted them to beat Spurs so it's a little bit more of a tight finish. So everybody's sitting on edge because you don't want to have it finish so soon. You want it to go down to the wire, and we haven't had a season that goes down to the wire in a while. I mean,
100%.
when was the last time with Liverpool and City? 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago?
What was that? 99 and 98 points.
It was close.
2 seasons Liverpool took them close, but Garrick makes the point. It's you need to believe in your club, but also be realistic that City have been there, done this many times. They've outperformed Liverpool. They've gone all the way. They've gone undefeated when they needed to. They have this experience of doing it. But it's likely that they're going to go and win the final game of the season against the Hammers and become champions. Whereas you guys have done well. You improved on last year, but you need to be realistic. City have been there, done that. Sure, you need to have hope that, hey, anything can happen. And I'm going to hope that we win. But know that the chances are slim that you guys come out on top of the trophy. Can happen, but it's slim.
They
You're
slim.
not going to say, we're going to do it. Mm-hmm.
They slim. But what excitement would it be for us as fans knowing that we still stand a chance to win it going into Sunday, but not having hope, thinking that we're not going to win it.
You need hope.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
if I was an Arsenal fan...
We're talking about Sunday now, we're going to talk about it later.
Gary, please don't insult yourself like that. Don't say if you're an Arsenal fan. Take it easy, my man. Jeez.
I think
hey,
Arsenal
listen,
fans...
you want to talk, Mark. You want to talk. Off cameras, we all know who was dancing to Rice Rice Baby at the Emirates, eh?
Not me, you. I have you on video. Dancing.
I mean, Arsenal fans should be really pissed off at this point because if you have to stoop down to the level of wanting your arch rivals to beat the team that you're facing in the title race, that is probably the lowest point as a fan. Like, I would never want that to happen to me. So, yeah, nah. Fat negative.
You're just talking cup now.
If Liverpool were playing Man City, if you guys were in our position, right? One sec. If United were in our position, which probably won't be for a very long time, but if you guys were in our position and Liverpool were playing Man City, like Spurs played City last night, you telling me you wouldn't want Poole to take points off City?
No, of course I would. But my point is, listen, my point is that it would be the worst feeling to be in a position like that when you know for a fact that your team should have done more. There's several instances during the season your team should have done way more. And even the game against United, it's a clear picture of what your team has done through the season. You should have slaughtered us. I heard 6 ways to Sunday that, Arsenal were going to give us the hiding of the season. What happened? 1-0. Even Palace was like... I mean, even Palace gave us a hiding.
Tactic.
No.
Listen to this guy.
Get the goal, put 5 in the back, take it easy, enjoy the sight of the waterfall.
Okay, there is no reason for your team to take it easy at this point. You have no other competitions to worry about.
Yeah, we don't want to lose. Right. Don't you love this? You know what I love? You know what he's kind of leaning on here? The fact that they got the FA Cup final still.
No, I'm just pointing out a fact.
It's just
so you're
surreal
reckon you're beating City, huh?
Well, this is the thing, Dims. It's so surreal that they would rather have City win over Arsenal just because of the fan base, but they forget that they still need a final against City. So if City are going to go on and win the league, what are the chances that Man United go on and win the FA Cup? Let that sink in.
Just as good as if they don't win the league.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a uphill battle all day long. So I mean, I don't expect United to go into that game thinking they're going to win because right off the bat, today's game you saw Fernandes go off the field with looked like a hammy injury. There's a good chance he doesn't play. So yeah, no. It was just nice to finish this season with the win at home, especially going into the game against City. You don't think
That's what I mean, right?
No, you don't think they're going to win. So
Finishing your high of the season was finishing your last game at home with a win. Sis.
Our high as the season is going to be hopefully winning the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark, tell another joke.
Arsenal
Don't let me
bottle
remind
league.
you.
There's a joke for you.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let me remind you of your predictions about what Arsenal going to do this season, DIMZ. Those are the jokes.
What Shava said, no, we're not going to win Champions League. No, we're not going to win Premier League. Oh, no, we're going to finish 8th.
Right.
At least you be telling the truth.
So
No.
going into the final game
We went
week,
for it. You know, we went for it. It's not the Champions League didn't work out. We're holding on hope here now. Sunday, we'll talk about Sunday later on. But I'll tell you what's going to happen Sunday.
Go, Garrick, what do you want to say?
no, going into the final game week, what's your prediction then?
What's your prediction, Mark?
No, he's talking to you, Mr. Big Mouth.
Yeah.
So, Everton win at home. I don't see that not happening. So I think that's going to be comfortable win at home.
Mm-hmm.
The City West Ham game, I have a little feeling that's going to end in a draw. And if it does, we might just edge it on goal difference.
That's your hope.
No, we're going to lose the game. You know what I mean? No, of course that's what I'm hoping for. But listen, that's Moyes' last game for West Ham. You know, which manager? He won a European trophy for them last season, right? Which manager doesn't want to end off on a high with the club that he's leaving for the second time?
Yeah, every manager does. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
No, for sure. But what a statement to make, you know? It's a big game for him, Mark.
Sure, it's a big game for Pep too.
Yeah. I think that team talk with Pep. Phew. 4 in a row. Win the season. Give United puck. I mean, that's just how he's gonna tell them you can go and get it all, dude. I think it's gonna start with winning this league. So, Ray, what do you think about Poole going into the final week?
It's a dead rubber. We're playing at home. It's our last game
Like
at
your
home.
facial expression. Yes.
Yeah.
That's excited.
Got nothing to
So
fight
needs to go to
for.
bed.
Enthusiasm is gone. You know, and Wolves, they always they have our number somehow.
Don't worry, that's
But
why I'm
it's
here
our
to
last-
bring some excitement to this point. Shit.
Oh, thanks, Gary. You definitely needed a pick-me-up. Going into the last game, you know, at home, Klopp's last game in front of our fans, I think it will be electrifying. Can Liverpool keep a clean sheet? I don't think so. Will we win? Possibly. But, yeah, I think the excitement's gone. The season's done. You know, we have a rebuild, complete new coaching staff coming in. So, for me, the season's done. Whatever happens, happens. We've got Champions League is what we ultimately were looking for.
I think we saw that was evident against Aston Villa.
Man, we threw that game away.
Yeah.
We had the game in our hands. We defended like shit. The midfielders, I don't know what happened. We made a lot of changes. The Oaks went to sleep. Aston Villa broke through the middle of us like a hot knife through butter, like we weren't even on the pitch. Really disappointed that we dropped 2 points against Villa, but credit to them. They were at home. They played well. They probably deserved the point from that game. And, hoping to get a win out of our last game against Wolves. Put the season behind us. And then, the new transition period comes through with the new manager. And hopefully, if history has anything that we can state about history, look at United. Look at Arsenal. They had Wenger and Fergie leave the club, and they've been through this transitional period for how many years now before they've had any type of success. And that's my biggest worry, is that Pool's going to have the same problem. But with that being said, the club's in a more healthy position now than what it was when Klopp took over. When Klopp took over, we were a bunch of chumps. Our first team was a joke. At least now we have young players that have come in. We have a proper structure in the club. The academy is good. We're in a good place. It's just a fact. Can the new manager come in, produce his football philosophy that the players will take to? Will he be a good manager, and will he get results? So for us next season, it's going to be testing times. And I don't know how the red divide will be next season. I don't know if I'll have so much energy like I had this season where I thought we were going to win the league. But yeah, looking forward to the game.
Nah, come on. We need you here. We need to give you some crack, man. Jeez. It's actually kind of sad because if you think about it for Klopp, Klopp going out, I would have preferred him to finish second over Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Hang on 1 second. What did you just say ago about stooping low about your rivals?
Yeah, man. You said neighbors.
Double standards. Yeah, double standards.
He didn't want them to win anything. He just wants them to finish above you, then.
Dubs, listen, it is what it is. They know that City's a much better team than them. They know that they are cuck at the moment.
100%.
So City's a better team than all of us, dude. I mean, 100%. What's your point?
That's fair. That's a fair statement. 100%.
Don't just point that arrow.
No. There's a big difference between.
If City wasn't around, let's say if City wasn't around, Pool would have actually dominated for the last, say, 3 or 4 years.
Sure.
Pool would have, killed it. You guys would have probably been 3 back-to-back 3, I would say. 3 titles in a row.
Yeah,
and I mean, City in the league, the way they're playing right now, and the money they've got, and Pep in the reins with the reins. I mean, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Listen, what Ray was trying to say earlier when he said they're a much better team. For some clubs, they're a better team. For other clubs, they're a much better team. So he was implying that to United.
What I meant to say,
better. It doesn't matter.
What I meant to say is the United fans know that they're the second best team in Manchester. Facts.
Just remind us what happened when you played Everton, Ray. Who's the best team in Liverpool? What is the score when you played Everton?
Well, they beat us for the first time in 10 games, 12 games.
Okay. So they also the best team in Liverpool. You're not even the best team in Liverpool. How funny is that?
They're the best team on the last result, yes. Not the best team.
Best team in Liverpool. Here you go by your last game, right? Okay.
It is what it is.
Listen, so we've got final games of the season. Man, I don't know where the season went. It flew by like LB's business, but thank God, I think Garrick and I are pretty happy. I think that the season's done. It's been a disastrous season. All we
comeback
really
for
care about is
Chelsea,
the
right?
FA Cup final. What's that?
What a comeback for Chelsea.
Yeah, they've been consistent the last 4 or 5 games.
But now they're in a position where them and Spurs are going to be competing for that Europa spot, huh?
Yeah, Europa.
Who do they play in the last game?
I think they play is it Brighton? Who did Chelsea play? No, they beat Brighton today. They play
Bournemouth.
Chelsea played
Is it
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You play Brighton.
And that red card, I think that might. You think the red card might affect them?
Yeah, with Reece James. Man, that was dude's been injured forever. Comes back, second game gets a red card.
So reckless.
Misses out all of next season. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Oh well, too bad for them. So yeah, I mean, great finish for Chelsea. They've had a good finish of the season. Newcastle are in the mix again. Unfortunately, not Champions League like they did last season, but they're in the mix for Europe. Eddie Howe's still doing a decent job, but you got to think manager of the year possibly is got to be Unai from Villa.
Yeah, he's done a great job at Villa.
Arteta.
Well, if Arteta finishes second, wins nothing, are you still going to give him manager of the year?
Look at what experience does the guy have? Listen, he was a player.
Worked under Pep.
worked under Pep, right?
And now he's been at Arsenal for 5 years.
Yeah, but your first managerial job, Mark, and to finish up there, you know.
Up where? What does he won? He won the FA Cup in his first year because he was already in the quarterfinals, and since then nothing.
We're winning the league on Sunday.
You know, Dims,
Garrick, help this
as an
guy.
Arsenal fan, you have to go for it, my bud. You got to believe anything can happen in the last game. But City at home against West Ham,
It's down to the Hammers.
yeah, I don't know so much.
Because
Yeah,
I
but
think
have the
Scratch that
experience.
itch.
They've
I
been
think
there,
you
You
they've
need to
done
scratch
it.
that itch.
listen, I think we're going to draw Everton for sure. That atmosphere, that everything. I think we're going to really give them a good hiding at home. But it's down to the Hammers.
I mean, listen, everybody comes to United thinking they're going to give us a hiding, or we go to their home ground and think they're going to give us a hiding. And like I told Helder, the ball is round, dude. So it happened with Liverpool, you know. They came in, they thought they were going to give us a smacky smack. So, and what happened? Yeah, Ray went home crying.
Yeah.
But the thing
So,
is, it's not that
I
United
don't know,
was
eh?
good on those games. It was Liverpool that were wasteful. If we're honest here,
Sure.
Liverpool should have
Whatever
given
makes you sleep
5,
at night,
6,
right?
7. That's true. We had the
Yeah.
stats over 3 games. We had 68 chances. Fine, fair enough. In the FA Cup, you guys deserved to win that game. But in the league, we were wasteful. We could have easily. beat
Listen,
it
I
on
don't think they needed
both
to give you a
occasions.
hiding at home. That 7-0 is still pretty fresh. I think they will live for a
Yeah.
very long time in the memories.
It's
Yeah.
definitely in the history books, especially
All right.
my rivals.
Sure. 7-0. And was it at old? Was it the Waterfall, right?
Nah, it's Anfield. But I like it.
Oh, it was
They should
Anfield.
change the stadium
Sorry.
to the Waterfall instead of Old Trafford.
How's that video I recently sent there in the locker rooms, pissing down?
That's
Sus.
shocking.
It's the Glazers.
Yeah.
Like I've said for many, many years, the Glazers
What a disgrace.
no love and attention into the team, the squad, the entire club. So it is what it is.
Is Ronaldo still at fault?
They're still at fault for being cheeky and not respecting the manager, 100%. But you mentioned true things about the facilities, without a doubt. But he still is disrespectful.
That's because he's bigger than the club.
How are you going to buy players in the summer? How are you going to buy players in the summer? Huh?
Are we going to
You're
buy
going to patch
players?
holes. You're going to be patching holes.
We have a new owner. He's got some cash ready to spend.
Yeah, we'll worry about next season when when we make that turn. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to count my
Yeah.
chickens now.
Listen, why not? Let's talk about next season. Let's give an early
We'll
prediction.
leave that, listen, we'll leave that
Where's
for
Man
another
United
day.
finishing next season?
We need content for the next podcast. We don't want to run
You
it
give
all
us your
out. in one
prediction,
go.
there, Dims.
Next season.
No, you give us yours.
What do you think? Arsenal first?
He's hoping that they relegate Manchester City to.
Listen,
That's his hope.
Anyways, mate.
I think we all know we've extended our boys' contracts. We've got a solid young foundation. Arsenal going to be up there in the top 4 for many seasons still to come. You Oaks, I don't see you in the top 5 next season again.
That's
No
fine with
chance.
me. I'd rather just focus on not going into any other competitions for next season.
Yeah, just
And-
rebuild.
Yeah, giving
Less
giving
hiding.
the new ownership and management a chance to
On to work.
get to work. Yeah, man. So there's lots to be
Yeah.
done. As you know, we need the facilities need some work. So
It's going to be his 3rd season, and you don't want to be competing in more competitions.
no,
That doesn't sound right.
listen. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be competing in more competitions, but if you look at the amount of not
Good
just
enough.
team rebuilding, but the facilities, like the more times we play at our facility, the less time they're going to have to rebuild and fix all that stuff. So just not being in the additional competitions will give him some more time to work on the stadium and, hopefully at least, get that waterfall in check. So
Yeah, look, it's going to take time. It's going to take time with the new structure. They have to put their plans in place, and things don't happen overnight. So, yeah, maybe we need a season away from Europe, focus on the league, and focus on improving the team, getting the transfers right, getting our new style of play right, fixing all the facilities, and start rebuilding step by step, one little move at a time, and we go from there.
So here's a question for both of you. When do you expect United to win the league again?
Good question, Dubs.
You've got to hope within the next 5 years, I would imagine.
Wait, next 5 years?
Can you get
You want to go 20, like
let me ask you a question. What was your expectation when Fraudetta took over? How long did you expect him to take to win the first league title?
How's Oka fraud?
He's won nothing.
How many seasons has he been in charge now?
FA Cup. What was it? His first, I think.
His fallback is the FA Cup. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, how many seasons has he been in charge now?
5.
5 seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
And
What's he won?
But look at the experience he had. It was his first managerial job. Look at the cuck we had.
The amount of time he spent with Pep. He came off working under Pep, and he's doing pretty good. He should have done better.
I agree.
That's all right.
He's had time. As a club, he's had time in the club, Dubs, and you guys have improved drastically.
Okay, so those.
But you haven't won much.
So first Champions League, he got to quarterfinals. He got to the quarters in his first Champions League. But put that aside. So on Sunday, if Arsenal win it, does the opinion change?
Yeah, they have to give it to him. He's gone and beaten City to the league. Sure, you have to say, okay, he's actually
He's Crow.
He's a manager. Yeah. But until then, because it's not going to happen. He's a
So back to your question. What were you saying
About?
Arteta? You asked me something about something.
What was your expectation when he took over? What did you think? How long did you expect him to be around before you won a title?
When he took over, the squad we had was, I don't think far worse than what you guys currently have. There was so much dead wood. It was just like, just to be competing, was almost like to win a game. That would have been satisfactory. It was so bad. I couldn't see any silverware. That FA Cup, I think we won it during COVID. It was, that was a bonus, I think. But now we got a solid foundation. The expectation is silverware now. So come Sunday, if it doesn't go in our favor, that will be really disappointing, And then it's almost like a case of, right, there's another season. Us as fans expect something, or, maybe it's time for part ways, I don't know. But it's we have the players now, we have the squad. But you guys talk about this all the time as well. It's such a difficult league. Look at how slim the margins are, Check, Ray, I can't imagine getting that sort of score back in, I think it was your 18-19 season it was, against City, 98 points, 99 points. To not win the league off 98 points, it's insane,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So
that just goes to show their class, They are the team to beat, unfortunately. They've got the money, they've got the squad, they've got the manager. And, they're the team to beat. And it would be nice to see another team in the Premier League, take the title from them. But it's just so difficult. You have to be consistent throughout the whole season. You have to be at that high level with your concentration levels, with your mentality. And the thing is, they've got all the experience. They've done it. And other teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, there's no other contenders at this moment that are trying, but just not getting over the line. They just have all the experience. And going forward into
I
future
can't remember
seasons,
if we discussed this in the last show. Go on, Ray, sorry. What was that?
I'm saying going forward into next season, realistically speaking, who's going to challenge Man City? Which team is going to challenge Man City? Arsenal at the moment looks like the only team that, has a chance. Liverpool's going to go through, new managerial and backroom staff. Man United are still struggling with Ten Hag and their team, although that you have the new structure coming in the background. You don't have any type of European football, so you have no distractions. But competing for the league, I don't know. Chelsea, they've been, like a packet of licorice all sorts. Couple of good games, couple of bad games. So next season, who's actually going to challenge City again? Who's going to challenge?
I think it's going to take Pep leaving, or I think it's going to take Pep leaving.
The last show, they have a world class player, 2 world class players for every position. Where most clubs will have your world class player in that position, and if the oak's tired or injured or whatever the case is, you get a decent player or mediocre player in that role, where they have world class times 2 for every position, And that's when this whole FFP comes their way. It'll be interesting to see what it is, because, I'm still baffled how the little guys are getting fined, but then your Chelseas, your Cities, that it's all under the radar at the moment.
I mean, we can talk about a squad full of world-class players all day long. You see a lot of national teams with the exact same type of squads. World-class, they play for high-level clubs. When they come together, are they actually able to do what they need to do on the field? No, it's going to take a manager. Sure. It's going to take backroom staff. I think Pep has got that thing churning out results like it's no one's business. And yes, he's fine-tuned that thing. I think he's got the money and the backing from the owners. Maybe he's greasing the right palms for some results, but we don't know. At least on the transfer side, you don't know what's happening in the background. Those charges might come through, and it's going to either take him leaving or the FA saying, we're going to give you a deduction of X amount of points, and then they don't make it mainly because they're starting at a negative. So, I mean,
I have to agree with you.
Now, do we look at this and see him decide to retire because he's got all the accolades, over and above? He's got the treble, he's got 4 back-to-back or whatever it is, consecutives. Like, he's reached the pinnacle. What else is he gonna get? It's gonna be hard pressed to say there's more for him to achieve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might just decide over the next year or 2 that it's time to move on to some other challenge. He's getting older too.
It'll be a case of constant breaking more records in the Premier League. That could be doing it for him. But I agree with that point. You can have a squad full of world class players. You could have 3 in each position. But it takes the manager to manage that team in such a way where you can be so consistent year after year after year, and not just in the Premier League. He did it in Spain, he did it in Germany. So, yeah.
With that being said, did you see his reaction in what was it, the 85th minute when Son was one-on-one with the keeper?
Yeah, he fell on his butt.
Man, he fell on his ass. I thought he was going to have a heart attack or something.
Oh, they could have made it 1-1 and anything could have happened. They might have gone on to score. They might have got on to concede again. You never know. But true, you don't want to put yourself in that position to find out. But hell of a save from Ortega. Jeez, that was phenomenal.
Mark, let's go back to your team. I thought Højlund was the new Haaland.
Didn't you see his goal today? Yes.
Yeah. Clearly you didn't see the highlights of the game.
Right finish. That was.
Listen, so all I said is that Højlund can be compared because he comes from the same place, similar height, similar characteristics. He's strong, he's fast, he's good with the ball, he's got a solid strike, but he's a lighty, he's a youngster. he's trying to find his feet, trying to learn from different strikers still. So
Or did Arsenal just scare him when he made his debut when you came over here?
no, he's trying to find his feet in a new league, the toughest league in the world. So
in a squad that's falling apart too. If you put him in a
100%.
City lineup right now, dude,
Yeah,
that
just
guy's
like the squad
slotting
that's
him
falling
away.
apart. That whole stadium's falling apart.
In all seriousness, Dims, that dude doesn't get many opportunities a game. We don't give him many opportunities. If Bruno's not on the field, creativity goes out the window, and even then, he still gets 1 or 2 opportunities a game. Versus, all City will pump out opportunities for you, just put them away. Arsenal will give you chances, just put them away. So unfortunately, he doesn't play in a team right now that gives him opportunities to score.
I was impressed with him today with the way that he was unselfish in his attempt. He ran, he cleared the ball, went to go and get the ball, and then gave the ball over to Rashford. Now the pass wasn't the best, but he was gassed, after running, and he still took it upon himself to try to feed Rashford a goal. That was, that was a team play, right? So. Yeah. I think there's room for him to grow. And I watched him after the game. Ten Hag went up to him, and you could tell Ten Hag sees potential for him to move forward in the squad. So,
100%.
I'll kind of watch a little bit of the, what the morale was after the game. You could tell certain players were disjointed; they didn't interact with him or some of the other players. But AMAD, what a goal, dude. And he got praise from every player on the squad. So
great goal.
Yeah, that was great.
Him and MAINOO had a great game. Yeah.
But while we're talking about Hoyland, his celebration.
You ready for your big disappointment?
With his shirt, man, you can see that he loves the club. And for him, he's in a big club. And I think that's what United have missed in the past couple of years. Players that are hungry to play for the team, hungry to play for the shirt. It's all about money nowadays. And I think with these young players, exactly. And, if you're going to have success in the club, you need players with that type of mentality at the end of the day.
I have this fight with quite a few people because when you have a manager that's not getting the most out of the squad, and it's up to the squad to fight for the badge. If you're not fighting for the badge, you're not doing the manager any justice. And a lot of that has happened at United with several managers over the past few seasons. And you see Hoyland score a goal and to go absolutely nuts, dude, pulling his shirt, pointing at himself like that. That's what we miss, dude. As fans, we miss that. And you can say you can give me whatever banter you want, dude.
No, there's nothing. I just want to know one thing. Who is he trying to humble today by doing this?
It's the away fans.
I want to know.
It's just the away fans were giving him shit. Probably singing a song, so he probably ran up to him and just went.
Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if it's a case of he's been on
the Toon Army was trying to tune the wrong oak.
Toon Army tuning the wrong oak.
Oh, poor
Gents, while we're in this group setting, you United supporters must be very disappointed, eh? You guys are breaking records for the wrong reasons this season.
I feel like a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Oh, you could never.
And
you know what success is like.
No, I do. Let more trophies, my friend. Listen,
no, in all honesty, gents, give us your honest opinion about
you had to give them that record, huh?
Damn straight, Dims. Damn straight.
14 losses in a season. Sus. You guys should be ashamed.
Worst ever record in a season.
That's a United record. I bet you Arsenal and Liverpool's is worse than that.
No chance.
Oh, yes, chance. So that's just because we've been so great. Unfortunately, we are comparing ourselves to great United teams. And
listen, third year in this checkbook's not greatness, huh?
It sucks. We're having a terrible season. But that's just because we've had such great seasons in the past, and we're up against comparing ourselves to, almost said invincibility, but I don't want to even remind you of your silly team that you always talk about, Dims. But we were so good that unfortunately now we're suffering because of it, and it is what it is. We carry on. It's a terrible season. We write it off. Focus on the FA Cup. It's a one-off game. Maybe there's a miracle and we somehow win. And we focus on next season. That's.
You guys can only compare yourself now to the likes of Sheffield or Luton and those sort of things.
You're funny, yeah.
Maybe
You're funny.
Burnley.
Oh, my man, you were shivering. You were shaking in your boots playing at Old Trafford. Did you see how you guys were so nervous? And
Shaking.
when we came and we were attacking us, I could only think about you guys thinking that squeaky bum was
What are you talking about?
doing like
Just
this.
get the job done, you know. Listen, Poole scored 7, we scored 1. Do we get the same amount of points?
100%. So that
Cool.
argument is the same for me.
Kai down
Listen.
the wing, Trossard.
That argument's the same. Well done. You beat a fifth choice defender, Johnny Evans, and our CDM as our central defense partnership. That's awesome. You scored 1 goal. Awesome. Amazing. But your comparison of whether you score 7 goals and you win or you score 1 goal and you win, it's the same as you winning the league going unbeaten or winning the league not going unbeaten.
No chance.
What's the difference?
You know, it's high-pressured environment right now, coming down to the wire. Well, we're going to take a chance and score more goals, and then you guys, you know, Jawline Garnacho decides to go pop a lucky goal in or something. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
So,
The Invincibles are now the Invisibles.
listen, get the goal in, put 5 in the back, check a waterfall. Life's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Check a waterfall.
Yeah, well,
So
I'll
before you
rather
get distracted,
finish where
yeah.
we are now and not play conference, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I know,
listen,
like
What to do without that
Just attend the
Thursday.
conference, man. It's important to attend conference.
No,
Have I
we'll
right?
avoid the conference.
This
So,
is
gents,
the
I
only
wanna hear from
conference I
you.
want to attend. This nonsense here.
Well, at the end of the day, the Conference League isn't the most lucrative, but it does give you more financial backing for transfers. Let's be honest. You're going to lose that
Yeah,
money now.
so
for
who's playing
transfer.
conference this year? Is Newcastle playing conference this year?
I think it was Villa.
I think they'll play. If they draw or lose, I think then we might take it. So hopefully they win.
No, Yokes are
We can
taking the cake.
No, we're good. We're all right, thanks.
Hang on.
Looks like Chelsea will take conference.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not do that.
no chance with you.
stage.
You guys are too far behind on goal difference. -3. Sis, eh?
Well, we have a teenage striker. We have no backup because Martial is injured all season. So
I
we're
was
relying on a
listening to Talk
youngster.
Sport this morning. The only team that's taken more goals from than United this year has been Luton and Sheffield. Sure.
Shipped more goals?
No. Received more goals.
Yeah, so against the conceded goals.
Yeah.
Consider
Yeah.
goals.
So we've been
Not this
again,
whole season, just this year.
well, look at our defense. We don't have a defense. Playing Johnny Evans, who should have retired a couple seasons ago, and a CDM.
Ray, you got it on you. You're going to pull it out.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just giving you the facts.
Well,
They're not
this
good
is
enough.
what's
Dims, for
important.
1 second.
They're not good enough, Mark.
Dims, for 1 second. Imagine you didn't have Saliba and Gabriel, and you had 2 other Lanis in there. Would you be competing with City right now?
Maybe not, but we would have not conceded so many.
Maybe not, but you still don't know because you wouldn't have your first choice defenders for 34 games a season. That's Arsenal. You've had
Mark,
your partnership for 34 games. We
You
have
guys-
that out in the teens. It
You
makes a
guys
big
have to
difference.
wake up to reality with your club. You guys make out you're the best club in the world, the most valuable club, this, and
Not the
that.
most valuable.
Fine. Okay. So you cannot even excuse. I'd be embarrassed saying, oh, it's the defense and all this. No excuse.
You can't buy an injury to go away. Injury is an injury. So if 4
should have a
defenders
backup.
are injured,
So why does City have a backup?
you tell me. You just said City have got world-class positions, 2 of them in every position. So they have 4 world-class defenders to your point.
Hang on a minute.
If they had
Because
those
it's
4
the
injured,
club
who would
in the
they
world,
have?
you know?
They would have second-string players like we have in our defense, right?
You know that strength in depth. That's your issue. You've got a fairly decent
Mighty-
first 11.
the Mighty
but
Red
you don't have
Devils,
strength
you know?
in depth.
What's happening with Mighty Red Devils?
I'll give you an example here.
Ronnie
Because you
Evans in the back.
want to talk about playing the same squad, right? So when Arsenal played United, they had already played that same 11 3 times in a row. And when they played United, even playing against United, they were stifled because You can't play the same squad over and over. Even at a high level, like, when you've got quality on the field, you can't play the same squad every time. So there's got to be rotation. If you can't rotate players like City does, every squad's going to be hammered, dude. And United, unfortunately, we just have players that are injury prone or have suffered injuries at the wrong time during the season. So we could never get a starting 11 that was fully functional as a unit. We've had, the amount of starting 11 combinations that we've played this whole season is unsurmountable, dude. It's crazy. Not for that level. You can't have that many different combinations. So
see, I'd accept an excuse like that for Bayern that have been consistent year after year after year. They have that reputation. They're up there, also one of the biggest, most valuable clubs in the world. But for United,
what is it that you're looking for?
Injuries.
From a legitimate answer, what are you looking for us to say that the club should be more prepared?
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
No, it isn't. We all said that already. We said that United they're not prepared to win or challenge for a title. There's no way that we can challenge with what we have right now.
You should change club.
That's what he's getting at. He wants you to support Arsenal. That's all.
Listen,
need to change
why don't Ray, you take out the violin and DIMZ, you take out a banjo and put a song together for us.
We will. Right, we actually need to start rehearsing that for the next show.
DIMZ, they don't have to change clubs. They're the only club with the natural wonder in their stadium, my man.
Yeah.
They're the only club that can boast that they have something so unique.
100%. That's courtesy of the Glazers. There you go.
Probably the highlight of their season. There's been more talk about the
World Cup season will be raising the FA Cup.
We can only dream, Marcus. We can only dream. Well, gents, it's been a great chat. And, thanks for coming on the show. Being the first time with us, GARRICK, Man United fan. You brought some good insight into football, some nice banter. Mark definitely needed the backup.
Yeah, I want to send a shout out to Sticky Lover. Just say, how's it good?
So anybody that's in the fantasy group knows exactly who GARRICK is talking about right now. We won't mention any names.
Let me just fix my glasses,
Well, DIMZ, nice to have you on the show once again. Your insight to football, your hopes and dreams of winning the Champions League has been quite entertaining, but I can't fault you for dreaming. And best of luck. 2 points off. It's a must-win game for you guys.
Hang on, just 1 minute. Before you, I know you guys are all on tight leashes here, but quickly, what's our scores for the weekend? Come on. United, let's go. Let's start with United.
A draw. 1-1.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
What do you say, Gary?
I mean, at this point, I'd expect 0, like a 0-0 draw, because it's going to be, I think the focus is going to be on the FA Cup. I mean, if we go out to win it, we might just get a hiding.
Brighton. No, guaranteed hiding. Ray, Liverpool, what do you reckon?
The only thing guaranteed is you not winning this league.
Hey! The final shot.
Final slingshot there. I rate we'll win. Cook's last game, we're at home. I rate we'll win. We'll definitely concede a goal. We can't keep a clean sheet for shit this season. Maybe 2 or 3-1, somewhere around there.
I reckon you guys are going to win 5-0, right?
Really? Yeah, that would be great. You're more optimistic than what I am.
They're going to I think give a good farewell to Klopp. Yeah.
I think he deserves it. They need to build a statue in his honor and put it outside Anfield. What's your prediction? You're gonna beat the Hammer. You're gonna beat Everton.
You're supporting
Everton.
Buccaneers
Oh,
then?
yeah.
Pirates,
No,
what do you think?
Yeah, Pirates. No, Everton.
Wakanda forever.
No, I think we're going to do Everton 3-0. And West Ham are going to draw to City.
Hopeful. Nice.
100%.
Okay. We'll see. We'll wait and see now.
Once we win it, will we review the show?
100%.
Yeah?
100%. We'll have a reaction to the season. And
All
how
right,
it ended.
Laka boys. We'll catch you in the
Thank you,
group.
brother. Thanks, everyone.
Sweet.
See you later. Take it easy.
Bye.